Good morning. It's Monday the 25th. Just left Gatlinburg. Spent the night in there, dried off my feet and clothes. Now, this weekend they had all kinds of conventions. They had Future Farmers of America and some other things going on, so it was really difficult trying to get a room. We ended up finding a place at the convention center. The couple that I had interviewed earlier, the three of us split a room. That was $50 and included breakfast, which is really crowded with all the kids downstairs. While they were packing up, I went out to the street and started hitching, and half an hour later they came out. They started hitching. I was out there for an hour, had two offers to go up to the visitor center. That was only 2 miles up the road, and I had to do 15 up to Newfound Gap to get back on the trail. And one shuttle driver stopped, and he said he would do it for 50. I thanked him and passed on the offer. So the third time I got an offer to go up to the visitor center, I accepted. And I wasn't up there too long when the maintenance worker for the Park Service picked me up, took me to the Gap, and got on the trail. I think it was about 20 of 10. So right now, the trail is icy at spots and not much water flowing, so it's a much better, safer hike. At the elevation I am right now, temperature is about freezing. Down in town, it was about 45 this morning. So we're going to do a short day because the water resources at some of the gaps. We're going to go to Ice Shelter Spring, I believe. That's only 1.3 miles from here. Got plenty of food to burn. That'll lighten my pack, so let's get on down the trail. Well, I'm starting off my 5th day in the Smokies with a bang. Last night it was raining and it turned into freezing rain. This morning it just started to pour shortly after I got on the trail, and that was blowing all the ice off of the trees. Put my umbrella up and it was blowing that inside out. But wouldn't you know it, last night we had a family of 2 dads, 2 moms, and 3 boys come into the shelter, and guess what? One of them is hyperactive. Same story. Now, at least he wasn't whimpering all night long, but talk, it wouldn't shut up. We're all trying to get to sleep. Talk. You know, same old stuff. I don't know why parents have to bring their kids out into this stuff when they're hyperactive. They should just take them car camping. Alright, well, I got 12.6 miles to do today. Catch on down the trail. You can see a little bit of the ice. It's blowing off the trees. It's noontime. I just wanted to show you nothing has changed in the way of clouds, but I'm walking knife edge trails all day long. One side North Carolina, the other side Tennessee. Been going up and down roller coaster mountains all day. This is probably the toughest day I've had on the trail. It's just never ending up and down. And it's all between 3,000 and 5,800 feet. Pretty rough going, but hopefully I'm only about 1.5 miles from the shelter. So I'll check in later. So we started our hike today at Ice Water Shelter, elevation 5935, and as you can see by the profile, it's been up and down mountains all day. The highest point we got to was at 6215, and then started downhill to the Tri-Corner Shelter, where we have a lot of people. We have a leaky roof, so we got some hammocks being strung. We got people outside.
But up there, there's roof leaking.
So it's going to be a full party tonight. When I walked over to the spring over there, I got my feet wet. And I had kept my socks pretty dry during the day, but now they're wet. So maybe I can dry them in my sleeping bag tonight. So that's it from the shelter. It's going to take us another 1 or 2 days to get out of the Smokies. Last night was a pretty full house at the Tri-Corner Shelter. Temperatures this morning, 45 degrees, no rain. Views are probably 5 times what they were yesterday, but as you can see, nothing is great. Probably can't see much more than a half mile. So we're gonna keep heading up the trail. Well, here's the view you don't see very often on the AT. It almost looks like we're crossing to an old field, and no stones on the trail. Still nothing to report though in the way of views, so we're going to keep on moving on. We're winding up the Smokies, but this is a little bit of a view. You can see pretty far out. All right, keep on moving. This will probably be my last view from any elevation in the Smokies, because pretty much from here it's all going to be downhill. So we're probably climbing over to the right a little higher, and then we descend. Well, friends, this is definitely the last view you're going to get from me from the Smokies in terms of mountains. So enjoy. I'll do a close-up. And I want to do one shot from my daughter. Cliff! All kinds of cliffs. I'm surrounded by cliffs. Alright. Now we're going to walk down that way. Can you see my little snaky poo? Not a lot of wildlife out here. I'll touch his tail, see if he goes. Okay, well, that's all the fun we're going to have with him. It is 5 o'clock. I'm now arriving at the Davenport shelter. That's 14.8 miles for the day. And the feet are saying, take a break. Hello, everyone. Who got locked up?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Scary.
Let me out. I swear I'm not a bear.
It is the 29th. I got started out of the last shelter in the Smokies at 20 to 9. It is now 9 o'clock. And this is where the southbound hikers would drop their permits. So we're going to look for the highway and Standing Bear, where we're going to stay overnight. Well, we've come down the path and now we have a decision to make. How do we cross here without getting our feet too wet? So, let's use that step right there. This step. Okay. Now we head over to Route 40. Walking through a real peaceful valley. You don't need to hear me jabber, so just enjoy the view. Isn't that beautiful? So after you come out of the Smokies, you're going to cross a bridge over this creek and you're going to come up this side road looking for signs, 40 West. And you'll see up on the bridge abutment some markings for the trail. So just a short walk up the hill. You get to Standing Bear. Cool.